Hey my friends. Today we are trying to make an Alan Walker style song out of total scratch. Alan Walker is one of the world's most known music producers, and very many of you asked a sound design tutorial of his style. So I show you my workflow and how I achieve the same exact sounds as him, very detailed. So guys, let's get it. I have a complete blank project here and I try to make an Alan Walker style project from total scratch with you. I prepared a lead melody for you, which sounds like this without any settings changed. Sounds pretty bad so far, but we try to make it sound like Alan Walker's ghost producers. So guys, first we select the saw wave. We give it about 8 voices. Here we choose another saw wave with also 8 voices. Here we set the mono legato mode on and drag this knob up. With this effect the notes slide into each other. Next I think about to add an Lopez filter. I just play around with the filter till I like the result. Maybe we should automate the cutoff. Therefore I select cutoff A and B and I drag the amount up. And I play with the sustain, release and decay a bit till I think it sounds better. Maybe I should decrease the cutoff amount a bit. I think we can give it some compression, and I add a fruity reverb. This is the direction we are looking for, guys. We can boost some frequencies with the EQ. And we have to add kickstart for a bouncy sidechain. Maybe I drag down the filter a bit more. We can add chorus to give it more space. And I think it needs distortion for more presence. I play with the amount. Sounds good to me. We can give it some resonance. And I think I drag down the cutoff even more. I have to compare it against the original real quick, guys. I think I have to drag the cutoff up a tiny bit. Now I can cut out some frequencies with the EQ, and I think we are now done with our lead, guys. Now my friends, we are going further to the chords. I prepared the chord line already for you right here. Thought sounds horrible. Let's make it better. First we drag up the polyphony that more notes can be played at the same time. And now we select a pulse wave with 8 voices. And here we select a saw wave with 8 voices. We need to add a kickstart for the sidechain. The chords in the original track are kinda plucky, so I play with the decay and sustain to achieve these pluckiness. It's okay for now. Next we can add a Lopez filter, and we play with the cutoff. I give it compression. And I think I drag up the attack and the release a little bit to remove the click sound at the beginning. Now we can boost some frequencies with the EQ. And we give it some chorus for more space. And I play with the cutoff again. I cut out some frequencies with the EQ, and we are done, guys, with our first layer of chords. But I thought about to make the chords a bit wider, so we clone our chords with the exact settings, and now we are changing stuff a bit. To make it wider, we add some detune on both oscillators. I try some different waveforms till I like the result. As you can see, on oscillator A1 I choose a tri-saw wave, and on oscillator A2 I selected a pulse wave. And now I mix these two chord layers together, I think to make the second chords a bit quieter, because they have to play more in the background. Sounds pretty clean so far. But we have to go further. I cloned the same chords again, and now we are changing up things again. I thought about to make some real plucky chords. Therefore I choose a sine wave on both oscillators. I think we can add some reverb to give it more room. Yes, that was the exact thing I had in mind. Nice. These things give our chords way more atmosphere and makes it more wet. And now guys, we are trying to make a bass line. So first we select the sine wave. Drag it down one octave. Give it more voices for more power. And for the second oscillator I just try to find the right waveform. I just listen to it and I pick what I think sounds good. For now I picked a saw wave with 8 voices and gave it some detune. Maybe I have to pick another waveform. These half-pulse wave sounds good to me. We add a low-pass filter. Give it compression. I boost some frequencies with the EQ. Maybe some chorus. Now comes the magic. Distortion. I play with the amount till it sounds good to me. I cut out the very low frequencies, because after this bass I create a deep sub-bass which will sit in this frequency area. And now I want to boost some frequencies around the 120 Hz area with a plug-in R bass to make it more thick. And maybe we can add even more distortion to make it thicker than thick. Sounds good to me, and to give this bass more room I execute a very unorthodox trick. I add some reverb, but I link it to the peak controller, so the reverb stops working when the bass is not playing. And to give the bass the final touches, I decrease the cutoff amount a tiny bit, and I play with the amp envelope to give it the same bouncy vibe as the chords. Something just like this. Sounds pretty good to me. Now we are creating a solid sub-bass. I put the sub-bass into another channel first. Then we give it the kickstart for the sidechain. Then I delete all these settings. And we creating the sub. We select the sine wave and we drag it down an octave. We give it compression for no reason, and then the very loved distortion. We boost some frequencies with the EQ. And we boost it even more with the R bass, and I set the sub-bass to mono that it plays in the center of the mix basically. Something around this. So our bass line is done. It's pretty nice in my opinion. Friends, we are almost ready, but we have to create a drum pattern real quick. Therefore I spontaneously go to my progressive house classics, and I select a nice kick first. Kick 5 fits pretty well, I think. I shorten it up a bit. Next I search for a hi-hat sound. Hi-hat 2 fits. Now friends, we need some nice claps. Then guys, I added a crashed sound, and I mixed the drums to our sounds, and we are finally done. Let's listen to our Alan Walker style track. But friends, to provide Alan Walker apocalyptic vibes we need to watch the music video together. Let's get it. Guys, I hope you learned something today. If you don't have learned something today because you have an IQ of 70, or you are just lazy, you can also buy my presets and samples on my Selfie. They are sick. For example, if you need Synth 1 presets like this, I have a bunch of Synth 1 presets, but I also have lots of presets for Serum and Spire also. But anyways, thanks for watching. I love you.